called dead veterans losers or just another fake news story. Why did the Tennessee state trooper that allegedly ripped off the protester's face mask just get arrested for? Oh, you remember that story?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What message does a woman with 60% of her body burned have for all of you that you need to hear today? And is Walmart going to allow its female shoppers to expose their breasts in the stores? I hope so. These questions and so much more will get answered today on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
He doesn't wonder what it's like on the ground in Afghanistan. He's been there, serving our country and defending Lady Liberty.
Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Vocal Fry. How are you? My name is Joe Padula. I'm the host of the Joe Padula Show. I'm a former soldier with the 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault. And I'm ready. I am ready for some real talk, okay? I am definitely ready for, some real facts. I am absolutely ready for your real opinions. And I'm definitely ready to party with a purpose. Yeah. So let's get right into it. But before we do, got a whole panel here, got a lot of stories to cover, a lot of trending topics. And I'm glad to have Bay along for the ride.
Thank you.
Hello, Bay.
How's it going?
You look good in your square there.
Yeah.
No, it's not a square. It's more of a rectangle. Right. Look at intern Shane hamming it up. Look at the smile.
It looks like he's wearing a Vote for Pedro shirt from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes, he is wearing his Wicked Good Sandwiches shirt, which is designed like that on purpose.
Yep.
Because they had vote for Wicked Good
Good.
Sandwiches.
Yep.
Yeah, been to Wicked Good Sandwiches. Very good place. But hey, if you're checking us out on that video feed, you'll see what we're talking about. And if not, hey, iHeartRadio, how are you listeners doing out there? If you need to see anything, just go to that Facebook page. You'll see the video live feed. Just go to the Joe Padula Show Facebook page. Look for that blue verification check. Only one here in this area. But make sure to share it on your timeline. We need your help. Facebook doesn't care for my politics, I guess, or the way I like to bring up real truth, real facts. I'm not hate speech, okay, as many times I get reported as. I'm not a bully, as I've been reported 3 times in the month of August, reported as a bully. Coach Chestnut, am I a bully?
You're an instigator.
No, but that's not a bully.
You're not a bully. You're an instigator. You're a pot stirrer.
Mm-hmm.
You are a serial dater.
No, I am not a serial dater.
Serial dater.
I am not.
And
I'm reporting Coach as hate speech.
And
how do I do that?
You have views that many people don't agree, but I give you respect the fact that those are your views.
Right.
You stand behind them, and I'm okay. I don't even agree with a lot of stuff that you may think or say, but I don't have a problem with it. I feel like you should have the right to speak your piece because everyone else is going to do it. So
right. And here's the thing too. Whenever I bring something up, I bring up some facts to go along with it that help form my opinion.
Agreed.
You know, and I'll tell you, I encourage you all to do that. You have your own opinions, you have your own thoughts, but yeah, have some information backing it up. It can't just be all raw emotion. But speaking of emotion, I'm looking forward to talking with Regina Webb. What's up, Regina?
What's up, Joe?
How you doing? All right.
I'm doing all right.
I like your shirt there. It's like a jean jacket with a built-in pearl necklace.
Yes.
Yes, the pearl necklace. I've seen them many of time, and it looks good on you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Way to clutch your pearls.
I do declare.
I do declare.
Oh, I've never. Heavens to Betsy.
Heavens to Betsy.
Yeah, it's Betsy, not Bitsy. I learned that the other day.
Bitsy.
Yeah, Heavens to Bitsy. Regina.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, hey, we were just talking about you the other day. Okay, Coach Chestnut and I.
Yes.
And he said, "This is someone that you got to get on the show, Joe." And I said, "Okay, yeah, I like Coach's recommendations." He goes, "Why?" I go, "Why?" Well, he goes, What a survival story you have. Okay. And then he proceeded to fill me in on some of the information. You were in a very bad kitchen fire. Is that accurate?
Well, actually, it was at the church. It was outside.
It was outside. Okay.
Of our church. Yes.
Okay. What year we're looking at?
2014.
Okay. So in 2014, where are you from originally, Regina?
I was born in Mobile, Alabama, and I grew up in Buffalo, New York.
Mobile. Oh, I thought it was pronounced mobile.
Mobile.
Oh, Mobile. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm learning.
Shots fired.
I don't use a mobile phone though. It's spelled the same.
Exactly.
Right.
Insert instigation.
I love it. Why? What? That's not hate speech, though. Stop reporting me. But okay, so boom. The 2014. Are you in Buffalo at this time, or
No, I was here in Clarksville.
in Clarksville?
Yes.
Okay. What was the church having? What was it? A type of function?
It was a Father's Day brunch.
Okay.
And I was only there to sing on the program, and they had a propane fryer outside.
Okay.
And so after I finished singing,
Yeah.
excuse me, I went outside and I helped them carry the fish to and from back, inside to the fathers. So we got down to the last 7 pieces of fish. And my friend stepped away, which was frying the fish. It smelled like it was burning. I went over to the fryer to check, and I didn't know that my sundress had caught on a burner.
So it was the dress that initially got the flame.
Yes.
Okay.
It was windy outside. I dropped the fryer. I tried to shake my sundress off, the flame off. And
As soon as you first saw the flame, what were you thinking? Immediate thoughts.
I was just like, oh my gosh. So
Like it wasn't even happening. Like it wasn't even real.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I thought I can shake the bottom of the dress to get it off.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the wind was so strong.
And that wind is making that flame grow.
Right. And
Okay.
the material of my dress that I had on, it just
Do you remember
swept it up.
what type of material was it?
I don't remember. It was a mixed material.
Okay,
but it went up
Fast.
And I was standing there like in a ball of fire,
Unreal.
not thinking.
No stop, drop, and roll. Remember that
Yes,
campaign,
exactly.
right? But
I panicked.
Panicked.
Ran. And one of the members of the church chased me down, rolled me over.
Yeah.
You can literally see my skin on the ground.
Unreal.
And when they put the fire out.
Yeah. How long? How long were you on fire for?
I don't even know.
Okay.
To be honest with
Yeah.
you. After which, they put the fire out, and I remember just thanking God, because I thought that was it for me at that time.
Yeah. Did while you're on fire, thoughts of death?
Yes. I said, Lord, this is it. But he said, not so.
Okay.
And-
What about the pain? During the fire.
During the fire, unbelievably, I couldn't feel it.
The adrenaline.
Right.
Okay.
Until after they put it out. That's when I began to feel the pain. And one of the deacons said, from the church, he told one of his daughters that I could never done what you just did, what she just did, what Gina just did. She was on fire. And then after they put it out, she praising God. Because I knew right there who spared my life.
Yeah. The man upstairs.
That's it.
Right.
I could have been gone.
It sounds like you should have been gone.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you're on the ground. The fire's out. Okay, are people panicking there? Are people who's calling for an ambulance? What's going on?
I don't know all of the activities that was going around me. I had no idea.
Coach, were you there that day?
No, actually, I was in China.
Okay.
When this took place.
All right.
I had just landed in China.
All right.
And my mother had called me.
Right. So the ambulance had came, and they was telling me to take all my jewelry off, even though I was in excruciating pain. And
Where were the burns? Most of the burns.
all over.
Yeah.
My legs, my back, my arm.
Unreal.
And they life flighted me to Vanderbilt. And I was in a burn unit for 30-something odd days. I had to basically learn how to walk again.
Was the burns? I mean, it obviously went into the muscle and everything. Did it go beyond the skin?
It did.
What are the different degrees of burns? I'm not.
I had 3rd-degree burns, which is the worst.
And
that
3rd
you
is the
can
worst.
have. Yes.
1st degree is pretty much the first layer of skin. 2nd degree is, and then 3rd is
my nerve endings are still not intact to this day.
still numb. No feeling.
Yeah, in some parts of my body.
Right.
Already withgone 10 surgeries. I was scheduled for.
What were the doctors saying when you first got there?
I was out.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Okay.
What was going on?
And then when you came to and they're finally talking to you, what are they saying? What are the doctors and nurses saying to you?
Well, they really wasn't saying much. All I can remember when I was in ICU is just laying there, just in pain. They wasn't saying much to me. I think more so to my family, to my husband. My husband was actually out of town on training for his job in Virginia when one of the members of the church called him.
Could you imagine that phone call, right?
Right. And he had driven to Virginia. So he told me once he got to the hospital, he stood over me. At first he didn't know what he was going to walk into. But I'm grateful for a strong husband. You know, he prayed for me. And those days that I was in the hospital, he was there every step of the way. Every step. And from this accident, it caused me major depression, major anxiety.
Yeah, like when you get out of the hospital unit, okay, what'd you say, 30 days? You were
30-some odd days.
You were there for over a month.
Yes.
Okay, it's time to go home. All right. Are you feeling like embarrassed at all? Are you feeling some shame?
Oh yeah.
Why so?
In the beginning, initially, I was okay. People would come to the hospital to visit, and they told me, they was like, Gina, we're here to encourage you, but we feel encouraged when we leave.
When they would show up, and there was the first time seeing you, would you see their reactions?
No.
No. Okay.
No. They would come, and I'll be so drugged up that I would just fall asleep.
Okay.
You know,
Right.
I'll talk to them for a minute and say, how you doing, you know, as long as I could.
Would you always say it like you were Joey from Friends? How you doing? Just like that?
No, not exactly. But it's been a struggle for me.
Yeah.
I'm still going through. I'm still
6 years later.
6 years later. I'm still receiving professional help.
Yeah. What was the getting able to walk again?
Oh, I'm telling you, my legs, because my nerve endings were shot. It was just like my legs were like a noodle, per se.
Right.
And they would have me stand up, and I took maybe 2 steps the first time. Then I had to sit down. Everything was wrong. You have to.
But years of just consistent. I guess, you had a physical therapist working with you and retraining your muscles?
Oh, yeah. I had nurses come in the house every day. I had occupational therapy. I had physical therapy. And for the most part, I never looked at my scars.
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
I never.
You avoided eye contact with
Right.
with the damage.
Right. My husband would say.
Why? Why do you think? And is that still to this day? Yeah.
It bothers me.
Yeah. Do you think because it's like a reminder, or is it more of like you're You have shame for it because.
Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to regain my confidence that I had prior to.
Right.
And I can be okay for maybe a month or so, and then depression just hit you like a ton of bricks.
How so? How does it hit? Like, does it
Like
just come out of nowhere?
It comes out of nowhere.
Like you could be watching something on TV and stuff like that too. When you see maybe stuff in cinema or TV shows where there's a fire or anything, does that trigger you?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And the news. Like, I just wonder why, that our spirit, you see people that perish in fires.
Yeah.
And I just start, crying, and that puts me back.
Well, maybe the reason why you are here, and as you say, spared, okay, is that there's a lot of people out there with burn victims. As you see in the news, I mean, we see these fire stories all the time.
Yes.
And obviously we can sympathize with those people, but you personally can empathize. Perhaps the man upstairs is setting you up for a leadership role to be counseling and talking with these with fire victims.
Yes, I would love it.
Because look at you now. You're here. You're talking on a talk show. I mean, did you ever think that you would be out there and putting your story out there?
No, not at all. But I would love to keep telling my story because there's a lot of people out there that's dealing with the same thing I am. I felt like I was a failure to my family because I used to love to barbecue.
Yeah.
I haven't cooked on a grill.
You can't do it yet, huh?
Can't do it.
Wow.
Like cooking,
Yeah.
can't do it.
And yet it's unfortunate because Coach Chestnut's not a very good cook either, so he can't do it. I had to throw that in there. I had to throw that jab in there.
She already know that.
You got
I'm the prep guy.
the prep.
Yeah, he does pretty good.
Regina, you got an interesting situation, and I see that you want to make the best of it. I also see that you feel that you are, or maybe that you feel that you're a burden to your family too. Is that true?
Yes.
Why do you feel that? What are the situations?
Well, because I'm the mom, I'm the wife. I am the one that take care of the home.
Right.
And when I wasn't able to do so, and when you're so independent, and then you have to ask for help, it hurts.
Yeah, that whole pride thing, right? It sucks, right?
Yes.
But I mean, you're up and about. You're moving around now. Are you physically 100% able to move around, and you got your strength back?
Well, not all.
Okay.
I still suffer with pain.
Okay.
But you learn to live with it, and that's another thing, how the depression will hit, the pain that I live with, and some parts of my body with my burns that I can rub on top of my skin and can't feel it. But you can press down on it and still feel pain because your nerve endings are not back.
Right. What about the medications? Were you put on any pills or anything? Well,
I go to pain management.
Yeah?
Yes.
What do they do there?
They for my hips and stuff. I have different problems with that. That has, it doesn't have much to do with my burns, but
Now, what about singing?
I love it.
I think that's part of the solution. We got to get you back out there singing. When's the last time you sang in public?
Funeral?
Yeah.
Yeah?
My mother-in-law's
Okay.
funeral.
When was that?
Last year, August 13th.
Oh, that's right. Well, I'll tell you this. I mean, yeah, that's what we got to do. We got to set it up so we create, a nonprofit where you are able to go out and go meet and speak with burn victims, whether it's like that's a tough one, even in the hospital, you know, because like you said, a lot of drugged up and you know, numb.
Yes.
But yeah, we got to figure that out, and I think that will bring you the confidence that you're sort of looking to have again.
Yes.
And they need to hear it.
Yes. After we left the hospital, the burn unit gave my husband and I a standing ovation.
Wow.
They and my doctors, you know, my husband would say, "You're healing good, Regina,"
Right.
and I'll just say, "Okay." But when the nurses came daily, and they would just change my bandages, what have you, and I wouldn't look. You know, they helped me in the shower chair. I still use the shower chair, but it was at that point where they left. They weren't coming anymore. My husband was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I had to finally try it myself, when I finally stood up and the mirror was right there, that's when I cracked.
Yeah.
I saw my body. I
Right.
was just like, I knew it was messed up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still happy that God spared my life, but at the same time, the enemy wanted to attack me.
Any point you blamed God?
No.
No.
I never asked him why,
Yeah.
because why not me?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And
Well, you're obviously a strong person who was able to do this. Now the dreams, the sleeps, you know, any recurring?
yeah.
Is the smell still there too? You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? I panic at home.
Okay.
Like when my husband is cooking on my son and I smell like something. I'm in the back in the room and I yell, "Is something burning?"
Right.
You know?
It's PTSD.
Yeah.
It is. Of course.
I have major PTSD.
Of course.
Yeah. So it triggers me all over again. Like,
Has that gotten better at all?
no.
No. Same consistent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We
I'm
got-
trying.
Yeah.
I'm praying.
No,
I'm
it's coming
trying.
together. I mean, look,
Yes.
you're on a show talking about it. I think that's a huge move,
Yes.
right? Have you spoke publicly about what happened and everything that's going on?
Well, not on this type of platform.
Right.
Just individually.
Yeah.
You know, one-on-one with a person that asks me, and I'll tell them. And they just can't believe it. They just, like, when I tell them my story, they like, wow.
Right.
You know, so.
I think it's pretty remarkable what you're doing, and I think you're going to be doing some very effective things in the near future for people that become burn victims, and will be in that first stage of fear and actually just not knowing that stage of not knowing what the hell's happening or what's going to happen.
Yes.
Right, and you're going to be a leader. Yeah, too easy. Forget about it.
Thank you.
Yeah, bada bing. Right.
Bada bing.
Bada boom. Right. Coach, anything?
I like to add, I think one thing that's brought her spirits up is her being able to drive again. I don't know what it is about cars and my family. We don't have, like, you know, Mercedes Benz and all stuff like that, but the ability to just get in a car and go as you see fit and please and just drive on the back road or just get away. Like, everyone in my family is like that. When we are agitated or just need some alone time, we typically don't go sit in a corner. We normally
Right.
go get in the car
Yes.
and we ride.
That is definitely a control thing.
Yeah.
You have control over something large, you know, and it is really healing. I mean, how many times have we said, you know, I just go for a drive, right?
Yeah, true.
Right. Just not on Wilma Road with that traffic. I mean, that's even
we
more
take
stress.
back roads.
Yeah. Go for a drive on the back road.
Regina is not, well, we don't even call her Regina. We call her G.
G?
We call her G Money, actually.
Right.
G Money. G Money.
But, you know,
good to have you.
Thank
on
you.
paper and legally speaking, you know, the government would say she's just my sister-in-law because she's married to my brother, but she's never been like a sister-in-law. She's always been a sister.
Yeah.
Like, we grew up together. Like, she used to come to my high school football games. That's how far we go back.
You would stalk Coach Chestnut? You'd stalk him, or?
No, she would be my brother.
Oh, you were stalking his brother?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. How about we schedule a day for you and your husband to join us, and we'll play the Not So Newlywed game.
Okay.
And
that'd be great.
And if you do well enough, you get a dinner to Chemo's Hawaiian Bar and Grill.
Okay.
At 125 Franklin Street, downtown Clarksville.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, bring him in. That'd be good.
He's the instigator.
Now, Joe,
Coach Chestnut.
my brother's not the type of person who you can take advantage of.
Oh, the challenge accepted.
Just go ahead and let you know that.
Challenge accepted. Oh, I'm in.
He's
Don't
not the
talk
type
about my husband.
He's not the type of person. He's not the type of person that argues, but he will smack the.
No, we won't have to argue. We'll have a conversation.
He's a smacker.
How dare you talk about my husband?
Yeah, right in front of her.
Am I lying though?
Am
I lying? Am I lying?
I plead the fifth.
What's his name?
Jeff.
Jeff.
Bae, he's a smacker.
Can't be that tough with a name like Jeff. The shot's fired.
Oh, okay.
The shot's fired.
He's watching.
Hi, Jeff.
Probably.
Hey, did Jeff ever get that job? when he was out in Georgia for?
No, he was on training.
Oh,
he
training,
already
okay.
had the job.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
He
good,
just
right.
went there for training. Yeah.
Good deal. Good
Yes.
deal. Intern Shane, you're a young kid, whippersnapper out of Austin P. Not much life experience under your belt, but that's not your fault. That you're just young, right? You hear the story. You got anything for G Money?
Well, G Money, I must say that
I love it.
You guys are clowns.
I just want to say that I'm sorry that that happened to you.
Thank you.
But think of this as like I hope this doesn't come out of line or anything, but think of this as like, you still get another chance.
Yes.
Like an opportunity to live life to its fullest. Understand the importance of it.
Yes.
And you're doing that right now. You're on a show with amazing people, and
Absolutely.
Well, some are amazing.
and
It's debatable.
and like it's just amazing to have you on here to tell us your story.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well said. Wow. I'm sorry if I looked surprised, but yeah.
I think he's going to lose that intern title.
Yeah.
No, actually, you might want to keep that.
Intern G Money. I like that one. Bae, you work in a kitchen on a daily basis, okay? Flames, fires, the whole bit, and have so for quite some time. You hear a story like this, does anything concern you, and what are your thoughts for Regina?
I'm glad that you can talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
That you didn't, give up. That you can still push on through. But I do think about it sometimes. But if it happened, I don't want it to happen. But
Right.
Dangerous.
Man. I couldn't handle it as well as you. That's for sure. G Money, because I have an issue with blaming. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, and I don't wear dresses or anything, but I would be like blaming the dress. I would be, why did I get so close to there? But why did this happen? Why wasn't I over here? But yeah, you're good people. You got a good heart, and the best is yet to come.
Thank you.
I'm just sorry that you're not very good at playing spades. But
Oh no! Who told you that?
Coach
This
Chestnut told me that.
She know I ain't say that.
He
That's
he
my space
cheats.
part. I don't cheat. I win.
What you do? We need.
He reneged.
I win. Do I get
Yeah.
caught?
He play a heart.
Do
cut
I-
a heart.
do I
Yeah,
get caught?
definitely.
Do I get caught?
We took your books.
I love it.
I will say it's good. Like, I asked her to do this because I feel like me being a teacher and being around young adults so much, like some of the things they complain about, I be wanting to tell them it's so many other things that could go wrong, right?
Yeah.
And like we gotta show more resiliency to trials and tribulations, I think she's an example of that. And just, things, they come in all different shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
I mean, even Joe, you being in the military and going overseas to combat, it's like now, in Fort Campbell, it's just so everybody deploys, right?
Yeah.
But everybody don't come back the same.
No.
It's different. Like it could be anything. Bae could have something happen in the kitchen, or things that go on in my life, or intern Shane could be so stressed out about college, but like you never know what someone's going through. So I think we all should just be a little more nicer to people.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a dirtbag all your life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I try to tell people to every smile is not happy. It's deep-rooted pain underneath.
Yeah.
Some days I'm like that. I'm like, everybody like, you smile, you're a beautiful smile, but you don't feel beautiful. You have pain, deep-rooted. So I want to tell the young ladies and whomever is dealing with this that, just hang in there.
I want to introduce you to. I got a battle buddy. Okay. Babe, remember Torch?
Yeah.
Torch.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic man. All right. 2003. All right. He in Iraq, and 2 helicopters crash. All right, into each other. He and I believe it was just 2 other survivors out of both helicopters, and from face all the way down, and he owns it. He owns it to the point where he took the nickname Torch, and he comes on and I'm gonna introduce you to him.
Okay.
Yeah, fantastic story he has, and what a motivational guy that he is, because he in the beginning was very mad, and then now he goes and he talks to other soldiers in hospitals when they come back, after being in combat and they're recovering from their burns.
Right.
Yeah, he's amazing. I'll set that up.
Okay.
Yeah,
thank
too
you.
easy. Torch is the man. Plus, he was in my unit. Strike. Yeah.
Quartermaster.
What's the matter with Strike?
Go quartermaster.
Who?
Quartermaster.
He know what quartermaster is. He know we run
Good
the
for
show.
quartermasters.
That's right. Without us, there is no you. What you gonna do? Throw tomatoes?
Y'all said
Quartermasters are good.
Aviano. 227.
Yeah, just
372nd trans.
sometimes the quartermasters though they,
372nd trans.
I don't like him. I'm not going to get him what he's requesting.
Hey, you got to be a little more nice how you handle people.
Oh, the paperwork. There's a lot of paperwork.
Hey, logistics.
Logistics. You know what? You're absolutely right. Hey, do us a favor and make sure to share this on your timeline. Let's help spread Regina's story, okay? Operation G-Money in full effect.
all right,
All
G
right.
Money
G-Money.
in the house.
Yeah, Pro Nicholas. I love it. I love it. You rock. Thank you. Appreciate it, Regina.
You're more than welcome.
All right. Let's move forward. National headline news. Did President Donald Trump, did he say that dead veterans are losers? Well, it looks like it's just another fake news story. They're getting desperate, and I'm going to tell you why. That's all coming up next on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely. Woo!
Salutations. This is Casey Bryant with Local Clarksville. Don't forget to download our app to find local places to eat, shop, and play. You're listening to the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
Water dogs scuba and safety. There's a whole world to discover underwater, and at Water Dog Scuba and Safety, they're here to help you explore it. Veteran and locally owned, and whether you're already an expert diver or beginner seeking adventure, Water Dogs offers private and scheduled dive trainings for all ages. Get those kids, but no dogs. Go check out their Facebook page. Look at their underwater videos. 681 North Spring Street, downtown Clarksville. Go say hello to Rich and Cecil and the team at Water Dog Scuba and Safety.
Welcome to Journey's Eye Studio of Clarksville, where one-of-a-kind vintage and modern furnishings are awaiting your arrival. Journey's Eye provides the special touches ideal for homeowners, businesses, realtors, and designers alike. The handcrafted Journey's Eye pieces are created in Clarksville, with unique items collected from around the world at affordable prices. Meet and greet Jody and Steve at 131 Franklin Street in historic downtown Clarksville, and visit online at journeyseyestudio.com. Journey's Eye Studio, enhancing your home and business surroundings.
The following is a paid advertisement for legal services.
Hello, Clarksville. Lawyer Wayne here. Yes, I am a real lawyer, and yes, I have 9 kids. Do you know what the number one complaint about lawyers is? It's not how much they cost or even how good a job they do. It's that they don't return phone calls. Well, if you go to lawyerwayne.com, I've got my cell phone number on there. You put it in your phone, and if you need a lawyer, text me. You can come down to my office at 120 South 2nd Street. We can talk about your case. I offer free consultations. Know your rights, know your options. LawyerWayne.com.
Hey, this is County Commissioner District 8, Tangi Smith. And when I'm not saving the world or prancing down the halls of the White House, I'm listening to the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
Joe Padula Show, absolutely. Don't forget to download that iHeartRadio app. Download that iHeartRadio app. Follow the Joe Padula Show. Don't forget to click like on the Joe Padula Show Facebook page. Hit that notification bell. As Facebook continues to shadow ban us, and here's another example why. Because I'm going to take a story that mainstream media is pushing out there that is just crap.
You verified it already?
Yeah. I did my research. That's what I do. I do my research.
I'll be the judge of that.
You know, and that's good. I need people to check me. Check me out. As G-Money says, how you doing?
Can't say that about that.
I mean, not counting us, there's 5 people checking you out right now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's a problem. See what I mean? There is the followership of the show, just under 18,000 followers. Okay? They're just on Facebook, right?
But they filtering you out.
And then when we go live, nobody gets notified. Okay?
Wow.
Because I send mine out and it never shows up.
Nope.
I said, oh, they filtering them out. He really pissed somebody off.
Here's why. Because these people that run, you know, that run the modifications.
Moderators.
Moderators, that's the one. You know, the fresh out of college, and what are these professors teaching these kids in these colleges? Okay? Marxism, communism. Lean to the left, lean to the left. And if somebody leans to the right, you shut them down. You're anti-free speech. I fought hard for that free speech. Don't worry. We'll win. We will win.
What you gonna win?
That argument. I'm very fortunate that we do have the iHeartRadio platform.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, very fortunate that they picked us up.
Well, the good thing is, you know, you always can just wait them out and just post it at 3 o'clock in the morning. And
No, the page itself is flagged.
Oh, dang, you really? Dang.
Oh, he pissed somebody off.
Speak my truth.
I wonder who you made, man.
What'd you say?
He's being a dirtbag.
Check this out. The Atlantic. Here, let me get it up on the screen here. So, hey, the only way we can help fight that, because I need you, my battle buddies. Share this on your timeline. Don't worry, they won't flag you.
Now, did he say it or they misinterpret it? Which one is it? Because he does say a lot and is misinterpreted sometimes.
The Atlantic.
A lot of times he just be saying it.
Anonymous sources.
Oh, never mind. I don't even like anonymous sources.
Do you know what I mean?
I'll give you that. I do not like that.
Okay.
Like, if you gonna say something, stand on 10 toes down. Let's go.
That's right.
From 2 years ago in 2018.
Yeah, I'm done already.
Okay. Coach, I know.
And I'm not.
And you're not even. I hear you.
I'm an independent. Let's make that clear. But I ain't about all that 2009. You know what I did in Never mind.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like, okay, so the Atlantic, it's a publication that it's not doing very well. I was looking at the numbers, and they say that the Atlantic here. All right, let me get the exact quote, and I'll pull it up for you guys.
He said it. 2018.
Oh, where's intern Shade? I clicked the wrong one. There he is. All right. President Donald Trump. Well, he said that he didn't say anything where the Atlantic, okay, citing anonymous soldiers, claimed the president described them as losers and suckers. So this was back when he was over in France, okay, and they were saying, who was playing here?
I don't know. Social distancing.
Yeah.
Could it be an advertisement that's on the page?
Yeah, it probably is.
The one with the knife. Scroll up.
Nah, I don't think it is. It's not that.
Okay.
It's
Because I saw the tabs audio symbol, so.
Oh. Well, here's what I'm. Is that it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Maybe.
No.
You got all sorts of stuff.
Here's the problem.
You got like 30 tabs open?
Well, we got a lot of stories to cover.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. So, nonetheless, it's my computer.
Goodness.
All right. So, nonetheless, here's what went down. So, while Trump in 2018 was over in Paris, okay, they said. There is a ceremony that if you could attend, and he didn't attend the ceremony. He was over there on other business as well, and they didn't go to the cemetery. Okay, and the Atlantic is saying that why would I go see losers? They're dead. They're losers. Really? That's what you're putting out there? And then the Atlantic, as I read the article, laughed a lot, said that that Trump said that why did the Americans pick the side of the Allies? You know what I mean? So it's just all fake news. And here's what really happened. As I did my research, go digging. Okay, so Jason Leopold here. Okay. So Jason, he goes, regarding the story, I obtained documents from the Navy, okay, via the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, about Trump's 2018 trip, okay, and the Marine American Cemetery near Paris. And the documents say that his transport was canceled by the Navy due to weather. He didn't go there because of the weather, not because they're losers. And here's why they're doing this now, okay, from the story from 2018. Why wouldn't this be brought up in 2018? Well, look at these numbers. Trump's approval rating at 52%. The media, very biased media, mainstream media, absolutely. We can argue that all day, but I promise you I'll win that with examples upon examples upon examples. But now, 52%, because people are tired of destruction and rioting, and who's been calling out law enforcement since day one of the riots? It's President Donald Trump. And now he's at a 52%. Yeah, I know Joe Biden's calling it out now, but he wasn't up until he saw 52%. And he's like, oh boy. Well, I don't think he said that. Whoever's controlling that guy over there, because he's not all there. And he is not all there. Yeah, so it's crazy. It's crazy. Just putting it out there, it's fake news. It's fake news. Coach, why always the fake news with the media?
Well, as I previously stated, I'm not entertaining anything from 2018. Whether it's pro or against, it's 2020. We're in the middle of a pandemic. People need to do their research and vote their conscience and the facts that they find and what they feel most comfortable with. But news from 2018 on something so petty is too much going on right now. We have people that's not eating. We have people that don't have jobs. I don't care what he said in 2018. I really don't.
Well, another reason for the panic is this one. New job numbers came out, and the unemployment drops again, getting back to almost normal levels. Don't get me wrong, we still got a way to go. Open up your economies, my friends. Stop shutting down your businesses, or local governments or state governments. Stop shutting down your businesses. 8.4% unemployment. All right, we're getting there, chipping away. We'll be back at that 3.8 in no time. We just got to open back up.
I disagree with that.
Why so?
I don't think we're going to get down to, and this has nothing to do with politics, it just has a lot to do with logistics. I see that so many businesses got hit so hard that a lot of them can't recover. Like when I traveled to South Carolina, I went to D.C., Maryland, and New York, and a lot of the businesses I used to just go to, they're gone. Like it's shut down, building empty. Yeah. They don't have it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see us getting. I'm not wishing bad luck on anyone, right? But I just don't see.
Why would state government not let them operate?
Regardless, I get what you're saying. Regardless, I don't think we're gonna get back to 3% because they're already gone. Like their building is gone. You know what I'm saying? If you look past the hotels, like even most hotels, travel industry, they're not even making a decision to after October.
But that person that was running that shop, it's got to find business and work somewhere, right?
Yeah, you pretty much everyone has to reinvent themselves. I use my daughter as an example. She went to the military, got out, went to college, graduated, got her degree, got a job at Enterprise. She became an assistant manager. Everything going good. Bought a house, bought a car. COVID hit. Everything's gone, right?
Right.
And then I was like, well, what you gonna do? She was like, you know what? From now on, I am not putting my finances in anyone's hands. So, she went to yoga school to become an instructor. She is trying to finish up massage therapy to be a massage therapist. It's almost like that business that person once had, they got to find something else now because everybody has to reinvent themselves now. And I'm not saying just to brag on my daughter, but I am saying that's a prime example of what millions of people are going to have to do because that 3%, I just don't see it happening. I would like for it to happen, but people just like literally lost everything.
Right.
And they will. Nothing.
And here's the thing that I am
still losing it. Yeah.
I am very optimistic about who Americans are. Majority want work, want identification of this is what I do. This is how I make my money. This is how I provide for my family. They work. And now that the incentives of not being on the government dole, they took down the unemployment. They were getting $600 on top of whatever the unemployment was, understood at the time. It was helpful and needed. And now they take that away. And so now it's back to normal business just about with unemployment. And you give incentives to be on unemployment, people are going to stay on unemployment.
No doubt.
You give them incentives to work and give opportunities to work, you got to open up their doors again. California, it's terrible. Do you see what's happening in San Francisco? Yeah. Okay? Hair salons still can't operate.
No.
That's crazy. As we saw Nancy Pelosi go in there.
Walmart, let me tell you, I don't know what it is.
Walmart talked about her horribly.
Walmart is the new mob.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Walmart and Lowe's and Home Depot. I'm out buying lawn furniture because it was discounted, of course. Right. But it's like they didn't stop. But to piggyback off what you said, we almost should already been doing it. We have to retrain how we raise our kids now. We cannot raise them just to go to college and graduate and get a job. We have to raise them to be entrepreneurs. Find out what skill set do you already have that you can make money with, because if we just send them off to go work for someone else, we can't rebuild America like that. That's not how America was meant to be. Just go work for someone else.
What's going to be amazing is these kids, once they do go back to school, and look at Sumner County going back to school as normal again, which is great. The virtual learning, I'm glad it's an option, but it sucks. Okay, these kids need to get back into school. This thing doesn't affect them. Okay, you're talking about 0.0002. Okay, and good. And you want to talk about infecting grandma and everything, then make them wear a mask when they go visit grandma. Okay, but you're screwing with these kids' psyche. Okay, you're screwing with that. But as they continue to graduate, there will be a larger focus on trade schools. Mm-hmm. This will be the boom of trade schools. People are done with these universities. Like take University of Tennessee, Knoxville. Okay, you want to come to our school? You have to get shot. You have to get vaccinated. You have to do this. No, screw that. And then on top of it, like I was mentioning with intern Shane earlier, okay, you when you do go to these big universities, all right, we're going to feed your brain with some ideal whatever our professors want to think. You go to trade school, guess what? You're going to learn that trade. I went to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Trade school. Boom. Here's how you broadcast. Here's how you produce. Here's how you make it happen. What am I doing today? Trade school.
Going on $90 dates.
Yeah. No, not anymore.
Not anymore, my bad.
But yeah, trade schools. Parents, be careful when you send your kids to these universities.
Yes.
Please.
They wind up carrying, or they don't even got crates no more, so I guess carry your laptop for you, I guess.
You know, these take Nashville, okay? They can be open, these businesses, until, and tourism is Nashville. All right? There's a lot going on in Nashville, but tourism is a huge part of it.
Till 10:30.
Till 10:30, and $125 people maximum at the moment.
No one is listening to that, though. I've been in Nashville after 10:30. You know what?
I know.
Go at midnight. Today's Friday, right? Mm-hmm. We should go at midnight.
And they are having.
Still out there?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
But people are
Slapping
getting
them to the back of their
citations, and why? Revenue.
Yeah. I would disagree with you on the universities. I can see that being open because you have a little more control and a little more mature in how to handle things. Mm-hmm. I don't really think that we should have these high schools and middle schools open just yet. I understand by the rate of contamination. I agree with that. But I think having that many kids in that small area, I think we can blow that number up where it would cause more of a problem until, I would say at least till we get a vaccination. Not that I would get the vaccine anyway, but I think it would be good to even have it. And I'm not going to go into detail, of course, because of my profession, but I just...
These kids sleep it off, though. That's the thing.
Some do and some don't, but...
And I get it with the parents and everything, but, I mean, at a certain point, there is a... What do they call it? A herd. You know, it's you got to continue your regular process. Yes, it's an aggressive flu, and who are the ones that you got to look out for when it comes to this is the olders. Okay, it's when you look at the numbers, the highest number of deaths are the 80 and above. 80 and above. That's the large group right there. And plus, now it's coming out, CDC, that the COVID deaths, only 6% of all U.S. COVID deaths actually are deaths from COVID. The 94%, something else with COVID.
Right.
And an underlying issue or something with COVID.
I would feel more comfortable if we had a vaccine because we don't have it. Like, at least,
even though you wouldn't take one, neither would I.
Well, because I've been in the military, so I know a little something. Because of a vaccine in the military, I have an issue. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go in detail, but because of me getting a vaccine and not knowing what was in it, or they couldn't even tell me what was in it, caused me a long-term issue. You understand? So if they at least had something equivalent to the flu shot, and I'm just speaking me as an individual, I probably wouldn't, but sure it would be a lot more comfortable for it to be available to other people.
I'm okay with it being available to people.
Right.
Hey, you gonna get the vaccine?
No.
No? Why not?
Well, if I get it, I gotta see if I'm gonna make it through it now.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel about it. Just like the flu shot. I ain't never got the flu shot.
Right.
I don't think we should have to go through this again if we ever come to this type of pandemic. It was too much not correct information. I mean, we need to have one or two source max. All this 9-10 different people talking and quoting and all these different scientists. No, we need to have one or two people that can focus on what we need to do, how to handle ourselves. Mask, no mask. I mean, I don't think any of us knew what the heck we should be doing. I was walking around with a mask before they even said mask. Then I took it off, and then they said, no, you got to wear a mask. Even I was ticked off. I'm like, come on now, what are we going to do here? So
it's all been blown up.
I agree.
It all has been blown up. Why? One, to create fear and panic. Okay. Two, create clickbait. Watch me. You watch the news. Listen to this news. You have to. Here's the information. It's life or death. You have to watch us.
I agree.
It's a shame.
I think the media's been doing that consistently the last couple of years.
You're right. Yeah. But now it's actually just getting exposed finally. Yeah. People are getting wise to media. Do your own search. I love listening to independent people that are just like doctors that broadcast from their friggin' kitchen. I love it.
They're afraid as well.
Yeah. No, they're not. Not the ones that I'm watching.
Oh, some of the ones I watch, they're afraid.
Regina, I'll send you the ones that I want you to watch.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. You don't have to be in fear.
He's going to be sending Dr. Seuss.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting you say that, but everything that I bring up, I can definitely prove with information.
I agree, but
a motorcycle death in Palm Springs, and I'll pull up the story again.
It's not.
Okay, and they marked it as a COVID death.
No, I 100% agree there. I mean, I know
and
people that work.
The parents were pissed.
I know people that work in billing and coding, and they, they would concur what you're saying. And this is where it goes back to.
You know who's
we
on
just
that?
need to be more accountable. Period.
Do you know who's on that?
And I'm not talking about just. I'm not talking about just politicians. People in the medical industry. Someone's going to be a little more confident and competent and stand up for what is right, so we all don't go through what we're going through now.
Don't worry. November 4th, it's all over anyway. The forced panicking, the forced hysteria.
Now that
when Trump gets reelected by a large number, okay, you'll see a sense of normalcy return because they will be defeated. All these riots and everything, okay? Antifa hijacked the Black Lives Matter, and Black Lives Matter ran by Marxists, started and created by Marxists, utilizing a hell of a cause to get to remove government.
I would say it don't matter who wins. I think COVID is going to go away.
Yeah. Oh, agreed. Totally agree.
November, Black Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Why does it gotta be black? Why can't it be?
But
like
that's the name of it.
Well, because if your businesses were in the red.
I was being sarcastic.
There are people that don't understand why it's called Black Friday, though.
Well, yeah, but what you gonna do if people can't go out and shop? How that going to hit?
I don't really. I can tell you this much: Amazon has got me. Man, I got an Amazon box outside my house. That's how much. I
told Coach Chestnut when he went out of town. He was like, I said, if you go near any water, you would not be allowed in my home.
Water?
Yeah.
Why water?
I don't know why she said. I still went. I had to go. I had to
don't
go
know
to the beach.
because people don't follow.
But I went to a secluded beach. They didn't even wear clothes where I was.
Regina, I don't think you should have to live in live in caution, but don't live in fear.
I
hear you. You know what? I feel bad for you that you're given information that is trying to make you feel emotional to the point where you can't say to your friends, if you go somewhere, you can't come here.
Now, see, this is where me and Joe will agree and disagree on a lot of things. But at the same time, We both gonna do what we got to do. Like,
right?
We could be. I'm still going to the beach. Like,
Right.
I'm not gonna be with 50 other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with you. I'm not gonna stop living. And whether you want to wear a mask or not, I'm gonna do what's best for me. Just like you feel like you should do what's best for you. But all this other stuff they got going on, you ain't scaring me.
Right. I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
I'm not, and I was.
I mean,
I was afraid.
Die of something, but
Right.
if you can prevent it, the COVID. Because listen, we have friends back home recently that have passed from COVID. That's in our age bracket.
I know.
Shout out to DJ Shay.
I hear you.
DJ Shay, one of our friends, Von Washington.
Did they die directly from COVID?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He,
no other underlining issues?
None.
None.
And our friend right now, he's in the hospital. He's hospitalized for COVID.
Mm-hmm.
No underlying issues.
I hear you.
Our age bracket.
My father, okay, he can't retire, so he works at the Veterans Home. He's a vet. And they lost 81 in that Veterans Home.
Wow.
So I hear you. It's real. So was me living my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is true.
Right. And
but to each his own as well.
Exactly.
To the beach I go.
Right. If wearing a mask is your thing, wear your mask.
That's
me?
right.
Don't come to my
I'm not covering anything.
What's out of everything that happened with COVID? What's the one thing that has annoyed you the most?
The most annoying. I won't even say annoying. Two things. I'm a big proponent of locally owned businesses.
Agree.
Okay? And what these state governments did to these locally owned businesses while they allowed Walmart, while they allowed Lowe's, while they allowed Home Depot to 24/7.
Agree.
And you made mom and pop shut their doors. I want to know why. What's the real reason that you made these businesses that you knew they were gonna have to close their business for good?
That's a good question. I agree with you. I thought about it, but I didn't think about it as intense as you just did. I want to know the answer too, because I like, locally owned. I don't like franchise. I go if I have to, but I'm like you.
It's a great option.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was franchise.
It's a great option.
They couldn't take a hit. They couldn't take a hit.
Okay. So that's the one thing that maybe most. The second thing, close second, that annoys me the most about COVID is watching people give away their rights, give away their control over fear. Because I watched that. If you give something away, good luck getting it back. It's so much harder if you give away your right to assemble, your constitutional right to assemble. That's a tough one for me. That's the First Amendment. Like I said, I love that flag behind me. And if I have a constitutional right to assemble and practice my religion, who are you to say, no, you can't? So that's the other thing.
I agree 100%. I think that's what probably pissed me off the most about Colin Kaepernick. I mean, whether you're willing to kneel or not,
right.
You can't discount the fact that that's his right to do it, even if you don't like it. And I especially think it's crazy when people hadn't even served in the military or they have derogatory comments about the military. Like, you ain't even served, so why would you make certain comments like that?
And you know what? He's got that right. And as we all see now, with the latest numbers in pro sports, people have the right to just turn that dial off and not watch it.
Agreed.
Friggin' basketball.
Well, it's just basketball's just not the same. I think it's not the same. I'd be forgetting it's coming on.
They got to get the politics out of sports.
Go Lakers. That's not gonna happen no more.
And they will.
It's not gonna happen.
You know why?
We're not going back anymore.
You know how I know?
How?
The advertising dollars are.
They're not. They don't. What?
If you can't pay these contracts for the pro sports players, they're going to be. You'll see. red, white, and blue parades. Okay, you'll see.
Yeah, but the way I go about making money is going to be different. That's all. How you go about making the money is going to be different. But just like education is not going back the way it was. It's never going to happen. What you see now is the education going forward.
I beg to differ. It will not be. It will not be where your kids have to stay home to get educated.
No. What I'm saying is they're going to have a choice now. Before, you automatically assume that your kid was going to go to a public school. The option of doing virtual is more likely now. So I'm saying,
well, I hope they pass
the automatic way of thinking of going to school traditionally is not going to be what it used to be. Just like the 9 to 5 is dead. Whether you believe it or not, the 9 to 5 is dead.
Yeah.
People are going to work 4 hours here, 4 hours there.
9 to 5 has been gone for a while.
No, but I mean, it's going to be the norm that is gone. I think it's still there. People are still working 40, 50 hours, but the traditional 95 is dead. It's a wrap. With that being said, sports is never going to be the same. It's never going to be the same. Whether you agree or disagree, it's never going to be the same. It's not. Look at NASCAR. Look at hockey.
Yep.
It's not going to be the same.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to have to change their ways based on these numbers.
It's not about the money no more.
Of course, it's always about the money.
But
it is always about the money.
But listen, like we were talking about last night, this is where they probably going to start mixing the league up. Have co-leagues, males and female players playing together to save it.
So the money still is an issue. Like I said, how they go about making the money is going to be different. But let's put it like this. If you say Black Lives Matter, everyone is focused on Black Lives, the organization, right? For the most part. But they forget that the people that are saying Black Lives Matter sometimes are just saying it because they feel like they Black Lives Matter. They're not even talking about the organization. They're just saying my Black Life matters. But they can't even say that because the thought of the organization comes up, right?
Right.
That in itself is going to have to be accepted.
Why wouldn't that guy denounce that organization then?
Because that's not their focus. Their focus is just.
But that organization is in Portland burning buildings.
Right, but people are. So you're looking at it like that individual is thinking macro, right?
I don't think that individual knows about the truth about that organization
because they're not worried. They're not representing that particular organization. If I sit here and say Black Lives Matter, I'm referring to my life. They're not referring to the organization.
Then why didn't they say Black Lives Matter until this organization came out?
No, people have actually been saying Black Lives Matter before it became part of media. That's the thing.
I hear you.
But now when you say it, it's automatically assumed that you're talking about the organization. But it may not even be referring to the organization, especially if you're not even traveling with that organization. It's no different than people saying, I like ice cream. You understand what I'm saying?
That doesn't make sense.
It does make sense. Listen to what I'm saying.
Explain your analogy.
What I'm saying is sometimes people are saying Black Lives Matter just because they feel like their life has not been valued. It has nothing to do with the organization.
Okay.
And this is going back to years and years.
And then
if
I go to that person, hey, I believe all lives matter.
That's fine.
Is it?
No one is.
It's not fine.
No one is.
I get ridiculed if I say all lives matter.
But that's everyone. Like you said, everyone has their own point of view. So if you said all lives matter, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to sit there and argue with it.
Right.
I'm not focused on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just focused on that particular statement. And I think we all have to get away of being to the point where people don't have the right to say what they think or feel. Like you and I can have a conversation. We're not going to agree. But if you decide, you got people ending friendships because someone said Black Lives Matter and then someone said all lives matter.
I know.
Like if you do that, then
people lost the art of conversation.
Yeah, it's not. That does not make sense to me.
Yeah.
No.
But at the same time, if you act like that racism don't exist, I think that's an even bigger problem. Like, how can you not see that?
Of course, racism's there.
Right, but you have some people that don't even
on all races.
Right, but you have people that won't even admit.
No, but
racism exists.
But no, you have people that exaggerate certain situations to claim victim status. Because there's a lot of people out there that like being a victim. Why?
Agree.
When you're a victim, not only do you get some sympathy, not only do you get attention, but you also get some money. All right? When I had the conversation and we were talking about how the the police situation is racist here. There is a pandemic of killing unarmed black men, and then you go to I'm a facts guy, a numbers guy. Then you go to the FBI studies, okay, with the Washington Post that released. Washington Post I don't see eye to eye with Washington Post, but when they release facts, I'll give them their due. They're good for you. Last year, 9 unarmed black men killed by cops in the entire nation. 9. That's it. And what was it? 7 of them was in self-defense? I mean, that's the legit numbers. So when I'm having a conversation and, the system's racist, not according to that number. I get what you're saying, but you cannot go out there and say there are black men that are just being slaughtered by police. That is ridiculous, and I will have that argument every time with you because I have the numbers on my side that prove. Yeah, of course you got some bad cops out there. It's a fraction. I grew up around cops. I know cops.
I was one. And I wouldn't use the term slaughter. I definitely wouldn't do that.
That's the arguments that these people are trying to make.
That's what I'm saying. I do not believe you should entertain arguments with people like that.
But I'm not the one just doing it. Mainstream media is pushing it.
But the problem is we're feeding into it. If you have someone that's so far off base, I'm not entertaining. Just like we had a discussion about something that happened in 2018. I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm just not.
Good point.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that.
Good point.
Yep.
Why would I? It's 2020. We're in the middle of a pandemic. That's 2018.
No, you're in the middle of a pandemic. I'm not in the middle of a pandemic.
We are, whether you want to believe it or not. Whether it's factual or fiction.
I know what's facts.
Right. And
we
still got that label.
I know what's facts.
The label is already there. You can't shake it if you wanted to.
No, the label is there, and I'm telling you why it's there.
I don't disagree with you.
Because it creates friction, division, all during an election season.
I don't disagree with you, but that title ain't going nowhere.
Of course not. Yeah. I hear it. You're right. The title is. I agree with you on that.
I just think
the title is there.
I think it's funny how I'm getting my mail at 10:30 in the morning now.
Why? Why is that, Beck?
Because usually don't come till between 3 and 5.
Why are you getting it so early in the morning?
I don't know. I just think it's funny.
It's a good question, Beck.
I'm like, why the mail coming down there?
Shane, we'll have to pick up on your story next week, okay?
That's fine with me.
Intern Shane, what'd you learn on the show today?
Well, I learned about a brave person and learned about her story today.
G-Money.
G-Money in the house.
Virginia, you did great today.
Thank you, Joe.
I mean, thanks for telling your story. Thanks for having the no, I can't use that.
No,
word.
you sure can.
Yeah. Thanks for having thanks for having the confidence to come in here and tell your story. Right? Not bad. That was a good replacement for basketballs, right? And we got to have you back in here. And we will figure out how to set up that nonprofit and get you speaking to people that need to hear your message.
Okay.
And I'm going to introduce you to Torch. Oh,
yes.
You two are going to hit it off.
Okay.
Oh, it's going to be great. Coach Chestnut, what'd you learn on the show today?
I definitely learned that I want to know what you want to know about why did we sacrifice all these small local businesses? Why did we allow that to happen as a society? Like I said, I thought about it, but until you said it,
man,
now it's bothering me.
Right.
Like,
it's bothering me. So,
like, dude, people work. This is a locally owned business, this show, okay? And I put my heart and soul into it 24/7. The brain is always thinking about something on how do I make this not only just work, how do I make it better, how do I continue to grow it? Why do you think I get so upset when I get labeled as hate speech by Facebook that suppresses the videos? Why? Because it affects my business. So I take that and I look at these locally owned businesses and they were shut down. I wasn't, because I was deemed media. I was deemed essential. What? Why was I essential, but friggin' Yada on Franklin wasn't?
Well, you are essential because you are a broadcaster that can put information out to the masses.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Yada should be cut down,
but
don't take that from you. Like, there's a lot of people that do tune in to get information.
If I'm essential, let me tell you, friggin' Jack's Hardware Store is essential.
I think I'm essential no matter what.
And you close Jack's Hardware Store, but people can go to Walmart and buy the hardware there.
Now that I don't like.
Right. Something ain't right.
And Walmart, they be making us bag our own stuff.
They don't pay. No, I don't work there.
Is that a self-checkout?
That's all they got. Ain't no cashiers there no more.
And you know what's interesting?
You bag more than what you buy?
You shut down Jack's Hardware Store that has all tools that is made in USA. Walmart, your tools, where are they made?
China.
Right. Interesting.
I told you, the franchise, big families.
Man, unreal.
It's Friday. You gotta say something to pump us up, Joe. You can't let us leave out here like this.
Regina, what'd you learn on the show today? Anything stand that for you?
I learned to piggyback off of my brother about the restaurants as well, because we were accustomed to, like, we have small businesses like Gigi's that was back home that closed.
Right.
But they've been closed. But you know, you enjoy just that family type atmosphere.
Of course.
You know, and
unique menu items.
Right.
Great, not cookie cutter settings and seats, but and nothing. I love our franchises and corporations. Don't get me wrong; they're part of the fight. But you take out that locally owned business aspect, that's 1/3 of businesses locally owned. Come on, man.
And another thing I learned is just like we can all work together.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Yeah, it's too easy.
Yeah.
It's just too easy. Just talk to each other, for crying out loud. But hey, what'd you learn on the show today?
Good conversation.
Yeah, it's very good conversations today.
Pretty good.
For a Friday.
Yeah.
Usually it's all boob jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, we got all intelligent today. That wasn't.
I didn't even get to the Walmarts about the boobs being exposed.
That's because G Money here.
G-Money.
I can say that story for a different.
That's right. Yeah, we'll save that when
All
G Money's
right.
not in the studio. Monday. Yes. I'll tell you what though. I'm excited for this weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. All right. Utilize this time if you're not working. Spend some time with the family. Spend some time with the friends. If you want to social distance, social distance. If you want to go out and say, hey, how you doing? Go do it. Go do it. I love this weather, too.
I'm going to have my brother cook.
Yeah. Oh, what are you guys going to make?
Fried peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
What is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Not to me.
Not to me. G-Money's like, oh.
Oh, no.
Put her in the air fryer.
You could do anything with those air fryers, right?
I told you I cooked ribs in there, didn't I?
How'd they come out good?
They pretty good now. They take a little long, but
yeah.
I made a video of it. I gotta show you my video.
Oh,
they came out pretty good.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna have ribs tonight.
Got cut them real small though.
Ribs for her pleasure. All right. Well, I'll see you Monday, and Clarksville, thank you for enabling us to have a conversation. And don't forget to share this on your timeline. And Joe Padula Show, absolutely.